Philippine coin collectors, and welcome to the PHILINDSING coin channel. Today we'll look at the 2005 5 peso coin from the Philippines. And as most of you know, in 1995 they changed from a 5 peso paper note to a 5 peso coin. Now, some people write peso as P-E-S-O, but the Philippine spelling is P-I-S-O, and you can see that right here on the side. It says 5 peso, P-I-S-O. And you see down here underneath it says it's Emilio Aguinaldo. It's a Republica ng Pilipinas here, 2005. And right down here, this is actually the Bangko Sentral Pilipinas logo here. And this is, of course, Emilio Aguinaldo facing to the right wearing a military style uniform. If we look around the outside of it, we see these wavy lines. If we tip it up, we see that it has a smooth edge. And then when we get to the back, we see kind of what we're going to talk about in this video. If you look at this, this is actually, when you look at Philippine coins, this is actually the front of the coin, and they put the person on the back. So this is the obverse. This is the reverse. The obverse of the Philippine coins, or the front, the real front, is the logo of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. And you can see if we look right down in there, we have a sun in the mountains, these stars, and the sign here. We have a gear go around the outside, covered by a circle. Then it says Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas here, or BSP as it's called. And then we see another one of these wavy lines around the outside. What we're going to look at today is right here. So this is the 2005 5 peso coin. And from 1995 until 2005, all the backs of the 5 peso coins look pretty similar to this particular one. Then in 2009, they came out with a different reverse. And let's see if we can see the difference here. So, and the way you do it is you look at the 1993 on here. And when you look at that 1993 on here, you see it's wider, it has more space. So see the difference between these two? And it's not just that this one's on the top. Let's flip them over so you can see that this one is shorter, it's more compact, there's no space between it, and it's kind of flattened out. And these are like long ones. So see this one and this one, see the space between the 1 and the 9? So they actually changed the Bangko Sentral logo in 2009, and they made it longer and wider. So this is much wider. And one of the ways you can tell is if you look at this tooth up here in the gear, see how this tooth goes a little bit to the right of the 1, and this one comes between the 9 and the 3. If we look at this one, it goes right on the 1, and it goes right on the 3 pretty much. And so what they've done is they've kind of made it wider here. See how wide that is compared to how wide that is? Now, they didn't stop there. So this is the 2005. This is the 2009. In 2012, they changed it a little bit more. And let's look at the 2012 on the top of here. So now you see it's still way wider, incredibly lot wider. And let's compare it to the 2009 version. So it's even wider than the 2009. And see how much flatter it is? So this is a 2012 version. And in 2012, they flattened it out. Plus, look how close it is to the top here. If you look at the top of the 1, it's almost touching in the 9. Look how much space there is here between the 1 and 9. So these are just little tiny things you can see, little tiny differences you can see on these coins. But for some reason, the Bangko Sentral felt that they had to change up the obverse or front of the coin and change the size of the 1993, which had gone from 1995 to 2005. They had this one. 2009 they came out with this one, and then 2012 they flattened it and used a different typeset, and they came out with this one. So that is the real changes that they made to these 5 peso coins between 2005, and 2017. All right, that's all we have today from the Phil and Sing Coin channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel, and if you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section.